Hi everyone, it's Shabby here, and today I'm here to share with you all this video where I will be showcasing these gorgeous flowers that I've recently been making. And I know what you're thinking, I don't need any more flowers. I have received so many in the challenge that I had, but I was so inspired by all the flowers that I had received that I wanted to make some of my own flowers, and I wanted to use the gorgeous little doilies that June sent me and Julie sent me. So thank you so much, ladies. I've incorporated those mini doilies that you've sent me in these gorgeous flowers. And the other thing was, I recently purchased a load of these beautiful bling centers. They are actually earrings that I've taken the backs off, so I've used them there. So stay tuned, I will have some bling kits available coming on my channel soon, and they are just absolutely gorgeous. So the basic, not the element, but the construction of each of the flowers consists of either, well, all of them have a doily, a mini doily or a doily connector. They've all got either sari silk or some cotton or, what else have I got? Some frayed canvas fabric, and they all are in this beautiful neutral tone where it's this beautiful white, and the sari silk colour is this. And I buy my sari silk in yards, so this is what this one looks like, and it's a beautiful, almost like a skin tone, and it's just got a slight hint of pink in it, and it's just beautiful. So I use that for my flowers. And the flower ideas that I've got, I've gone with the running stitch lollipop flower style, and I've layered on top of that. I've also used the loop, the double layered flower, where I've just doubled the fabric, and then I've just done a running stitch and stitched it together. I've also done the loop flower, which Trisha's got a video on, and I'll quickly show you a way that I do it as well. And I got my inspiration from this flower here, and this is actually a Prima flower, and it came in this pack, I believe, and it's called the, that's the name anyway. So that's the flower pack. It is pretty old. It comes with one of these and one of the looped flowers, and it was just stitched really lightly, and you could see the cuts are just they're not all the way through, so the loops aren't very loopy, if you know what I mean. I'll quickly show you how I did mine, and you can see the threads are just very loosely put together and then wounded up together. And this one's got 3 layers. So some of them have got 3 layers on mine, some have got 2, some have got just the 1. So these are the flowers, and I'm just thinking what I should do first. Should I show you how I construct them, or should I'll show you the flowers first. So these two are the same. So these have the tiny little centers, and these are a part of a double earring actually, and I'll show you the bling in my next video. But what I've done here, I've just put together some bits and pieces that I'll be showing. So these are some earrings, and that particular small center came from this earring, which I've taken apart, and that's just so beautiful. And look at this gorgeous one. Isn't that just gorgeous? I love it. It's on a bronze backing, and it just got this Victorian feel to it. So does this one. Just love them. So I'll show you that in a sec. So back to my flowers. I've done 2 of the small ones like that. This is the next small center, so you can see the few different layers, and I've used a lot of muslin, just tattered muslin, just to give it some shabby look, and they've all covered with felt on the back. Okay, and then there's this one with a beautiful center. So this one's got a double loop layer doily, and then just a lollipop flower in the center of that. Then I've got this one, and you can see it's just doubled layer, and then doily, and then the same smaller flower like the big one on the base, and just a beautiful center. Then this one, which is just frayed sari silk, and what I've done is I gathered it all, and then I went in with my scissors and I cut down the little pieces like that. Did it quite roughly, and then I frayed the edges, and it's got a doily on the base as well. and that's that beautiful center there. And there's this one again, loads of layers of doily and fabric, and a couple of layers of doily here, and the beautiful center. And this one looks like an eye, and it's just so beautiful. I love it, very sparkly. Then this one, and this one is just pieces of square sari silk. So all I've done is I've looped it together. In fact, I'll quickly show you. I'll just cut a piece of silk that I've got here. So all you're going to do is just cut yourself some squares, as many as you need. So you've got a square here, and this is obviously going to create a small flower, so you just kind of offset it slightly like this, and then like this, and then you've got a petal. So you do quite a few of these. I'll do another one here, and I'll just quickly show you. And these are so easy to do, don't take much time at all. And then you start putting your flower together like this. So that was, which one was it? It was this one. So I've put it all down on top of a white doily, then I've put some muslin, then a small white crochet doily, and then just a gathered sari silk piece here with the centre in the middle. So that came out really cute. Then these two are very similar, just different sizes, with double layered of the loop flowers, and I'll quickly show you how I put together one of these in a sec. And then this one where I put the loop on the top and the doilies underneath with a gathered flower on the bottom. It's really quick and easy to do. And then this one is very similar to this one. It's just a bit chunkier, and the cuts that I've done, they're with pinking shears, so you've got that, you know, that jaggedy edge, and then you just kind of get your frays by just scrubbing or rubbing the material just to fray it. So that came out really adorable. And so I'm going to quickly do a quick tutorial on one of the flowers. So like I showed you before, I've got this here put to the side, and just a little container with a few of my bling pieces, and like I said, these will be available soon. And all I've done here is I've got about 25 inches of this cotton fabric, and I'm only going to do a single layer one. So it's just this beautiful fabric with almost like a polka dot raised embroidery or threading. And all I've done is it's 25 inches by 2.5 inches wide. I've folded it back on itself, and then I'm just going to put this to one side. I've cut myself a piece of felt. I've also got a few doily bits and pieces here that I'm going to be using that match all this colourway. So like I said, I folded this back on itself. It's just slightly wider than a 2-inch fabric, and it's 25 inches long. And if you're going to do a layered one, I always go like 5 inches less on the length of the fabric, just to give a variation of the size, and if you want, go a bit smaller with the width. So that's all I've done. And Trisha's got a fabulous tutorial on this, where she glues it all down and then she cuts into it. But the way I'm going to do it is how I've seen it on the Prima flower, with the loose threading. So I've just threaded it, and it's just a simple running stitch, and you can see I'm not very neat. So I'm sure you can use your machine setting as well and use the wider stitching. I couldn't be bothered getting my machine out. So then I'm going to do what Trisha did as well. And Trisha is a little Shabby Chic, and she's got plenty of tutorials on her YouTube channel. So please go and check her out. Hi Trish. So now what I'm going to do is I folded it in half, folding it again. And you're just going to make sure the side that's folded is close together neatly, like so. And then just do it as much as you like, and then I'm going to go again. So I've got, actually I'll just leave it like this so you can see. So I've folded it up into quarters, and then all I'm going to do is grab a pair of scissors, and I'm just going to cut halfway, just past halfway to the stitch line. And it doesn't matter how fat or thin your loops are, as long as you don't cut to the thread. And I'm going to keep it quite chunky. I'm just going to cut. And the Prima flower, I've seen the cuts aren't even that deep, and their loops aren't that long. And it doesn't matter if you want to like straighten up again, because they're going to be frayed and shabbied up. Just going to cut it. And the reason I've left it on the needle and the thread is because I found it easier to gather, and then you can manipulate your flower if you wanted to use that same piece to make excuse me, 2 layers or one really large fluffy layer, which I think I'm going to do. And then one more here, and then I've got another loop that I need to just cut into here. Okay, and then I'm going to unravel it, and I've still got my needle attached because I'm going to thread it all back, and then I'm going to knot it off. So then you grab your needle and then you start gathering like this, and like so, and then you've ended up with quite a few loops like that. And then obviously you're gonna ruffle it up and have it however you want. So all I'm going to do now, I'm just thinking, how tight do I want this? Do I want this quite tight to create the small flower, or do I want to leave it a bit loose and create a bit larger flower with the petals a bit loose? So I'm looking at my doily here, which I'm going to use, and I'm going to probably have this as my top layer, I'm thinking. So I want my flower a bit larger than how I would have it normally. So I'm just going to put this through. Nothing too complicated about it. Trisha's method is much easier with the gluing, but I just wanted to try this one out, like the Prima ones. So I'm just gonna, and I'm using black thread just to show you guys. I would just use normal white thread if I wasn't doing this video, just to show you. So you can see, and then I'm just going to knot it off, and then you can manipulate your leaf afterwards. So I'm going to just quickly snip that off, put that aside, and then this is the base of your flower. And then before I go in and rough the edges up, I'm going to manipulate my petals and see how big I want it. I've got my felt ready here, and I'm just going to move these back a bit, and I'm going to show you how I layer my flower pieces together to create the finished flower. So just grab this here. You can see the state of my glue board here. So let's see. I'm going to put the glue on the felt first. I'm going to go around. Okay, and then I'm going to lay this on top, just as round as you can possibly get it, like that. And then excuse me, on top of that I want to add this pretty doily, and this is either from Julie or June. So thank you, ladies. I've had so much fun using these. Then you're going to add glue to the center of these, and like I said, if you wanted to double up the layers, you get a more fuller flower, but I wanted to use the doily. And then I've got some bits and pieces here. So I've got let's see what I want to put down first. I've got this crochet one here, and this is actually from, ooh, I'm so sorry, I can't remember, but thank you to whoever sent this to me. And then I've got some bits of muslin that I've just frayed, and I'm just gonna kind of layer it up on itself. Don't want it too neat, and I don't want it too big either. So just a bit of a hot mess it looks there. But then you're going to put a bit of glue in the center. Bob this down. You can trim off bits if you didn't want it. Then I've got this little connector in white. Just going to put a bit of glue behind there. Put that on in the middle. Be careful not to burn yourself. And then this is what Trisha did as well, just to fray up these edges. I love Trisha's flower tutorials. Thank you so much, Trish, for always sharing your lovely videos with us. I love Trisha's flowers. I've got quite a few, and I hoard them. Try not to use them because they're very precious. So that's how that's looking. And now all is left to do is to add my center. If I wanted, I could actually add another doily under this, but I think it looks fine the way it does. I'm going to take the light off and you can see how the true colour looks. I'm going to leave the light off and just open my blinds. See how that looks in natural lighting. And then to choose my center. So it's not huge, so I don't want a big center. That looks quite nice. I quite like this one because I've only used it once. Quite like this one. So I think I might put that one there. Oops. So all I've done with these earrings, I've actually taken the back and I've not cut it off. I've bent it back. So that way you've got a bit more, something else there to grip onto the glue. So I'm just gonna put a bit of glue down, a bit more maybe, and then I'm gonna put my center in there. Just hold it down and give it a nice little squish, and then fray these edges a bit more. Fray them as long as you like. And that is my flower. And just a quick tutorial. So I think that came out super adorable. Love that center. And I'll quickly show you the others again. Just going to move this messy thing out of the way. And move this. Oh, I actually had this piece as well I was going to use. And this, I cut out the center. So if I wanted, I could have layered that as well. But it doesn't need anything else. I'm quite happy with the way it looks. I'm going to move that out of the way and show you my pretty flowers again. And like I said, these bling pieces are going to be available in kits on my channel very soon, so stay tuned for those. But today I just wanted to share with you all these pretty flowers that I made. So thank you ladies for all the inspiration that I recently got with all the flowers that I received. And thank you to Julie and June, who's Julie Ann Skidmore and June Angel Pews, for their beautiful mini doilies that they sent me, which I used on all the flowers. So thank you ladies, and thanks Trisha for all the lovely inspiration that you give me. And that's it for now. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. And don't forget to stay tuned. Like I said, these beautiful centers that you see here, these are all going to be available very soon in kits, and I've put them all together, so I can't wait to do that video and share with you those very soon. For now, that's it. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.